All right, so here we are with the SUPERFREQ. This is a beta model I've been sending out to friends. This one's for Hal Harmon. Just wanted to put together a little bit of a demo video for anyone who's trying this out. So first you'll see, I've got stereo input and output. If you want to utilize that, you'll need the adapters. Yeah, it's got an expression pedal input, MIDI input, and a tap tempo input on that side, standard daisy chain for power. So now I'll usually start off with the pedal in this position, mix down, resonance about like horizontal to the left right there, and then low pass all the way up so you're not cutting off any high frequencies, high frequency all the way down so you're not cutting off any low frequencies, and then just these all the way down. So and in that state the pedal's not going to do anything. Let's see what this sounds like. Now, you'll notice right away that as I turn up the mix, you get sort of a flange thing going, because this is currently within the knobs in this position, just a delay with no feedback, but with a really short delay time, which, when I mix halfway with the original signal, ends up being a sort of manual flange because of that audio rate delay time. Then I can turn up some feedback. You can see right about here is where it starts getting away from audio rate delay time and into regular delay time. And now I can, let's say, turn the feedback down and delay time, something like that. Now if I turn this, see, with the mix all the way up, you can hear this is modulating the amplitude, which is what a ring mod does. But if I was doing this at audio rate, it would be happening a lot faster. This is just going to be modulating the amplitude at this frequency, but if I turn it up, that's like ring mod. So that's always fun. And now we've also got frequency modulation. So that's if I turn that back to slow, you can hear the amplitudes being modulated again, but let me turn that down and turn this up. Remember, the mix is all the way up for this demo currently, so that's going to be irrelevant. But if I turn this frequency modulation up, you can see it modulating the playback speed of the delay. You can do that to an extreme. So where it starts getting crazy, And then you can introduce feedback. and also bring in some amplitude modulation. Maybe affect it with the low pass. Add a little more resonance. Maybe I don't want lows anymore. Use just the high pass. I'm using together as a band pass. Get back out of there. So that's the basic idea there. But now if I take this back into audio rate and use the FM, it's a less standard effect. So this is not going to be doing FM in the traditional way that a synthesizer would, where it's modulating the frequency of the oscillator as it's producing the sound. This is modulating the playback speed of the delay, which behaves a little bit differently. And it's especially crazy when you get up here, you know. So that's the basic functionality. Now you see also these semitone shifts, shift up, shift down. So let's say I'm feeding back. I'll do it at that frequency. So you can hear a note. So you can hear I'm shifting by a semitone every time I press these. And that's just controlling this frequency. Yeah, there's that. Now, we've also got the feedback blast button here, and that just does exactly what it says. So, say I'm back over here with this. So, that just boosts the feedback while you're pressing it, and you'll find that to be more or less useful depending on the scenario, you know, like I find when it sounds like this, seems to be more useful than at higher frequencies. So that's fun. And then the danger loop over here will loop for as long as you hold it. So like I can do a real fast loop, like, or, but it still allows sound in to record to the loop after you let go, and it feeds back a little bit louder than Unity. So that's why it's danger loop. It'll feed back into oblivion and go crazy. And you know, say it's still susceptible to these knobs also. So like say I do a loop and then want to like pitch it down, I can go adjust or pitch it up. But yeah, you're gonna want to be careful with that danger loop because it'll feed back into oblivion, and yeah, you just got to watch out for it. And, you know, occasionally it'll feed back into oblivion so hard that it'll crash the pedal. So you just really want to watch out. Only use that for little short burst loops. And don't try and let it keep going for too long. So, now, as for the other stuff, we've got the expression pedal, MIDI input, and tap tempo. I'll show you just the expression pedal is easy to show you. I'll show you that first. So, still works. All right. So, you know, with it all the way up, it's going to be standard function. But then so that controls the frequency knob. And, you know, most expression pedals will have a knob on the side controlling like how much resistance is it's doing when it's at the bottom. So I can pull it down to the bottom and then adjust that knob to where I want it to be at the bottom. But let's see how it is at the top again. Hold on. Now I've got the pedal to where it's doing an octave. So, get the idea there. Let's try the tap pedal. Let's move this out here. So, tap will go on the left side, and so you know, the tap tempo will set the delay time, but it sets this delay time. So it sets what the delay will be with the knob in this position. So if I do a tap and the knob is already like in the middle, then, you know, that's going to be, the delay time is going to be slower than what I just tapped because the knob is not up here. So you want, if you're going to use the tap tempo and it just be what you tapped, then you're going to want it to be here. But say you want it to be, you know, dotted quarter note or something, and you get that set in at, like, say you tap it right here and then set it to a dotted quarter note relative to that. Then if you do another tap, it'll be a dotted quarter note relative to that new tap. So, you know, you can keep it, it's relative to this. But for now, I'll just keep it here and hit start. And right now it's just at the audio rate delay, you know. But if I tap along with this, you can hear it's already. You know, that sets the delay time to the tap. But like I said, so I've already set this to match that. And I can do the amplitude modulation or the frequency modulation, all the stuff, low pass, high pass. It's all just affecting the wet signal. But I can still use this to set it to, say, so that's like a funkier combination with the original beat. And now if I changed this tempo to something else on the 808 and then tapped again, it should match. I don't know how to use the 808 that well. So, I don't know, you'll have to trust me on that. But, anyway. So, that's the tap tempo. I think the last thing I want to show you is the MIDI input. And for that, I'm going to switch to the SUPERFREQ over here. So, this one over here, the MIDI is acting up. I'm going to have to take a look at it. But it's working on this one. So I'll show you with that. Now, not sure you can see the keyboard here. There we go. All right, so you can see right now, it's basically just in default position, but with the wet up. Now, if I turn the feedback up, get a little ring. Sometimes if it won't feedback on its own, you can get it to self-isolate by turning the ring up. So yeah, now you can see I'm controlling the frequency with this, and it follows the frequency. So if I do like some ring mod, and then so that sounds like a cool tone, but now it'll follow me when with that tone. And just for comparison, this is what it sounds like if it doesn't follow me. See, yeah, the ring mod is staying at the same frequency. But I plug this back in. So now I can use this as like a tone shaping type of thing. So of course it's monophonic, so you know, this is only one note can control this one frequency knob, but there you go. So or I can use the semitone select to go to a specific interval. So say I want to go set the ring knob to a fifth above. So now this is a fifth above. That's the idea. Now, that's basically all the features of the SUPERFREQ. Like I said, I'm only making a few of these right now for people to test them out, and the final version will be a lot smaller. This is, you know, got more features than it really needs, bigger than it needs to be, but you know, this is just for trial purposes. But eventually these will be available in a smaller size for a reasonable